What's going on, everybody? This is going to be a edit with me type thing that I'm just starting out and that I think I'm gonna continue to do for a little bit to kind of see the response. What I would like to hear from you all in the comments, because I know, so it's two different ways I'm thinking about doing this. I understand people like to not hear people yapping so much as a voiceover in video because they're trying to concentrate on what's going on in the video. One, do these screen records without a voiceover. Two, do these screen records with a voiceover. I do know people, again, like to hear people. Do not like to hear people talking so they can focus on what's going on. And then some people like to hear people talking so they can kind of it's like picking their brain, but you can kind of hear why they did this, what makes them do that, and kind of break it down and explain. But what I'm thinking about doing as a solution, y'all still let me know in the comments. I'm thinking about maybe 1 week or so doing it without a voiceover and another time doing it with a voiceover. But you all let me know what you think. So as you all know, I record church content just about every Sunday. Well, first, second, and third Sunday. And my deliverables is usually, or typically, I would do a service reel and I do a sermon, like a sermon recap reel, or like the first one is like a recap of the service with just music, and then the other one is like a sermon snippet with captions. This one is going to be just like a service reel. So guys, this is showing you everything that I do. I'm sure you can learn something from it. As you can see, I utilize Final Cut Pro. It's just something that I've been using for years. I'm just used to. I don't mind pivoting possibly to another software or editing software, but works great for me. What I'm going to do is, I think I already, as you can see, y'all let me know, how do y'all organize y'all profile, y'all projects, y'all events? I think I'm gonna start doing different libraries with everything. But anyway, I'm trying to get us, because I'm a very organized person. This one is okay. I feel like I got too much going on right here. And then I always have all these clips here when I just want to have the days that I do, which I think I'm gonna have to do libraries, but I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. All right, so here we go. So typically what I do is I bring all my footage in. So we're gonna start here and here. We're gonna drag it down, make sure everything is in 59, because I shot everything in 59. Guys, I really hope you enjoy this, because you get to see start to finish how I do my edits and can learn whatever questions you have about why I did what. If I didn't answer it already, please let me know. I bring all my clips into my timeline. I always bring my volumes down, because ain't nothing like going to a clip and you got to individually bring your volume down. So as you can see, I'm shooting horizontal, and I'm going to make a whole nother video about how to do this. It's ways that you can utilize your horizontal clips. This killed 2 birds with 1 stone, because when you shoot horizontal, and a lot of people ask me this, like in person, sometimes ask me about, how to do to convert the reels from horizontal and get them in vertical. It's a few different things you have to do, and you have to keep in mind when you're doing it this way. Let me close out of some of these apps, because good gosh, the engine is cranking up on my computer. All right, guys, so here we go. Shooting horizontal, and what you can see I'm about to do here is I'm about to scale. And sometimes it could be a set number, sometimes it's not. I forgot. I don't know if it's 3. It might be 320. So I scale. Keep it at 320. And what I typically do, it's a way to this, how I can do this. I can center up things because I'm shooting wide. Okay. That is the first things you want to do out of many when you record horizontal and you want to later reformat it for a vertical aspect ratio. You want to shoot wide. And I'm gonna show you why right here. Because I would be able to, oh my gosh, talk about slow. And I wonder if it's Descript, man. Or I got Final Cut and Descript running. I'm using Descript right now for screen record, which I think I could have just did QuickTime, but let's see here. All right. So for an example, as you can see, so if I wanted to, well, let's see how it plays out first. Oh my gosh, this is when I was moving around. Did I have my stabilization? I'm sure I did, but I'm going to stabilize this in post. I don't even know if I'm going to use this. I probably won't, because I was just seeing something. So as you can see, I had her center some way, and this is what you can do. You can bring her right back in the center. So you reform and bring her back in. All right. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get the editing. So y'all can see, I'm not going to try to talk too much, but all right, here we go. Oh, what I'm going to do, I lay all my clips out. Just because I lay them out don't mean I'm going to use them. Oh, I love this shot because, so she got this side light that's separating her from the background. And that's the same thing sometimes you do in studio lighting, or you just want to do a 3-point light, talking headshot, or whatever you want to do. This gives you a good thing, because what happens if you ever heard of edge light or rim light or hair light, right? It separates you from the background. So as you can see here, if this light wasn't edging her here, she would kind of blend in with the background. So if you ever hear somebody talking about that, they want to add a light to separate them from the background, this is a perfect example of what they're talking about. As you can see here, I love this. You can see this one, it doesn't have that light, and it's, well, because it's kind of like silhouette, you can see it separated, but this really adds a separation to it. I love that light right here. I didn't even intentionally do that. So what I do is I lay everything out on the timeline, and then I go through the clips that I want, and then I delete the clips that I don't want. And then once I got that, then I go back and do everything. So, all right, here we go. Just right quick, when I'm doing this and I have my timeline set and the clips I want to use, so I lay them out, I go through, see which clips I want to use, not want to use, or I may do that as I go, take clips out. What I'm doing now is I would shorten them up, because it's just kind of quick for it, and that's kind of how my editing style is. So that's what I'm doing now. I kind of go through after I've center everything and shorten them up. All right, so now what I am doing, what am I looking for? Is typically at the end, I do a cross fade and I let it be a little longer. I'm in effects, that's why. Across dissolve, I'm sorry. And I usually extend it out a little bit as like a closing shot, which I could do a different type of closing shot, but. All right. So now that I got my base laid out, I got my foundation laid out, this is when we can spice it up a little bit. As y'all seen my video where I talked about overlays, this is the perfect example of how I real life use it. Okay. So some of the overlay, like I said, I am so sorry, y'all. So I got a horizontal overlay here, and you got a vertical overlay. Even if it's horizontal overlay, you can scale it and things like that. So you could do either or. Or you can do a transition. I do both. I like to do nice transitions and like the overlays add that spice to it as well. So here we go.
I had stopped the video. I'm 20 seconds in. All I heard was, all right, y'all, let's chat. I said, Jonathan is dramatic. He's dramatic. And I love it. I love it. I'm gonna finish watching the video. I had to pause it and come back and say that you had me. Let's chat. I said, okay. He ain't playing games. He ain't playing games.
All right, y'all. So that was just the transitions. Just the transitions. I haven't even added the overlays in there. Sometimes you don't need to, but it depends how you want to spice it up. All right, so let's see if I want to add some overlays, and if I do, let's see which ones. Here we go. Again, y'all, with the overlays, I drop them in a little bit. Sometimes some of them can be a lot. I drop them in a little time to time just to add, like I said, that video, add some spice to it, add some seasoning to it. And yeah. So boom. And that's pretty much how I would do that. Yeah, and then what I do, I don't add music or anything to it, because once I send it to them, I allow them to add whatever music that they want to add through Instagram or however they want to do it. It's probably a little better for the algorithm and for them to pick like a trending song or something like that. So yeah, this is pretty much how I do one of the liberals I do for the church service as far as editing. And then let me know in the comments if you all want to see my workflow for when I do the sermon recap. There's a little more things that go into it than that, but this is one of the things I give them. I give them a service like recap, then I give them a sermon snippet with captions. So if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments if you would like to see more without voiceovers. But even in this one, I kind of stopped talking and added music, so it gives you both. But let me know if you all enjoy these editing with me type series or type videos. Just let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch y'all on the next video.